up, y'all? Welcome back to our third time filming, which I can't believe this is already happening. I want to say this is episode number 6 of the Sip and Spill. We are going to be having our own channel called The Ramble, okay? So make sure you guys, I like how I said last week, I'm gonna have the link ready for this week, and I still don't have it ready. Maybe I will. Check the description box, and if it's ready, then it's ready. Okay. If there's nothing in the description box, then it's not ready. Today we have some juicy topics, but before, y'all, last week, you know what's so crazy is I feel like we are just, we handle our alcohol so well that we were so tipsy and we still spoke perfectly fine. We didn't say anything unhinged.
We didn't say anything, but I know I looked on him.
Her left eye,
I was like this.
I call her Lisa Left Eye Lopez because I'm like, that eye is just down like the economy, girl.
And they were all bloodshot, and I was like, oh, I'm a mess.
No, you weren't a mess, though. You still look good.
I didn't say anything. I just looked. That's why I was like, as long as you watch your little mouth.
Honestly, I literally was telling her before, I'm so far over it. Whatever comes out my mouth, I'm just like, honestly, I literally don't. You know what? Perfect example, right before we started filming. When I say before that things just come out of your mouth, I was switching the candles, right? Because I have 2 different candles. Exactly. You already know what I'm talking about. I literally was switching the candle, and I said, I'm over this podcast. And she's like, oh, you are?
Yeah,
you are?
like, oh, okay. Tell me how you really feel.
And I meant to say
You're
the
over
candle, because I had one lit that smells like Hollister, and I wanted a more fresh scent one. And I literally meant to say candle, but why podcast came out of my mouth, I don't know. Mm-hmm. This is why some people, like, stop. I hate when people hold grudges against people when they say something wrong. If they apologize for it, move on.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're going to be taking a shot of some alcohol before we get up into this. So we're gonna pour us a little splashy splash of this. By the way, if you guys are like on a diet, Smirnoff sponsor us. This right here is a 0 sugar. Y'all, one shot of this is 60 something calories. And
it's good.
And 0 sugar. So it's good. Oh wait, let me pour a little bit more. Let's not. Okay. This is called the Sip and Spill for a reason. Also, too, I do want to let you guys know while we prepare these shots that I think I am, as soon as we start our own podcast, I think I am going to call it a scrap on this little podcast and just have it on our own, because my whole idea of having this like little weekly episode was to obviously talk about things in pop culture. But then I was like, if we start our own podcast, like maybe there's some weeks where we didn't have anything juicy happen in our personal life that we don't have anything to talk about. So we got to talk about, like, you know, some pop culture topics. So I'm like, you know what? I'll probably scrap
Comes
this.
naturally, I feel like we're just chopping it up.
Yeah.
We talk about everything,
that one is more full. You need more juice in there.
You want more juice?
Don't blame me.
You want more
She's
juice
trying to set me up for the damn strong one.
You want more? Tell me when.
Yeah, a little bit more. Sorry, I literally was telling her, and I was like, I'm sorry if my breath stinks, y'all. When I don't eat for a while, my breath gets stale. I'm being like my brother telling you at Disneyland.
Yesterday was Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, yesterday was Thanksgiving. Cheers to you guys for watching our hot mess asses. I'm not going to take that at once.
It's good.
Oh.
It's good, huh?
Also, the whole part, did we mention ice?
If you guys have sponsored by ice.
Yes, if you guys have not tried, there's seriously something wrong with this. I have to be honest with you guys, be very cautious. Drinking any type of alcohol mixed with ice, it's spooky juice, honestly. Like, that is a creeper, because whatever is in ice, it takes away the flavor of alcohol. Yeah. So even my nana like
one bottle, 5 calories.
Oh, okay, that was stronger that time. Ooh,
it was good.
Mine was stronger. Oh. Anyways, before we jump into the day's juicy topics, we have a little bit of a life update. I have to say, for me, as you guys know, we be talking about dating apps all the time. I quit my dating apps. Not because I found love.
But not forever.
I already told her today. We were on the phone for literally over an hour. I was like, I want to download the apps again because I'm bored.
Because it's boredom.
Yes. It's like scrolling through TikTok. Like, you're just so used to that repetition.
It's just another, like, a social media app almost,
yes.
right?
No, well, it literally is. Oh, well, technically it is a social media app.
But we're doing good. We're revitalizing.
Not where I'm doing
I'm
good.
still on them. Don't worry.
Yeah. I just, honestly, I give up hope, and okay, look, I don't know if I've ever said this before. Maybe I did. Let me know if I have. I know I said it to you privately, but I don't know if we said it before here on a little podcast. I think for me, the reason why I'm just like, I can't deal with dating apps is because, one, everybody on there is in an open relationship, or they're like an open marriage, and that's just not me. Like, I don't want to hook up or mess around with somebody who's in a relationship, because I'm always the type of like, well, then where's the potential of us moving forward? And I'm 33, about to be 34. Like, where's any type of future? I don't only want to hook up. Like, I want a relationship. And on top of that, too,
it's dating with intention.
Yes, exactly. Like, I'm down, obviously, for the friends with benefits at first. Like, actually, right now in my life, I'm actually super down for that. But if it's going to maybe potentially lead somewhere, if there's a road to, like, a dead end, then why am I on that road? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like,
I don't want to do it.
I feel you. My whole thing is like, I'm long term with the open to short. That's my.
Oh yeah, Tinder. Yeah,
you know, and I'm like, because it's true. It's like my whole thing at this point. It's like I would rather date with intention.
Exactly.
Like if I wanted to just somebody.
Yeah,
I don't need to go on there.
Go.
I can go through my contacts. Like it's very easy.
You can. Do straight people have sniffies?
What is that?
I had you download it, remember?
What is that?
If you guys have never heard of sniffies before, it is the most
smelling
unhinged.
underwears?
No. Remember I had you literally download it because it tracks your location and like shows you all around you the cruising
I feel like this
hotspots.
was a hot minute ago that
This was like 3 months ago because I barely learned about it in June.
Okay.
If you oh my
Sorry.
gosh, she got ADD. She been moving around. Y'all, if you guys have never heard of sniffies, just download it. But the thing is, like, it tracks and shows your actual. No, it's not straight.
It's gay or straight.
I was asking
or just gay.
No, I was asking if the straights have one.
Oh, okay. No, I never heard.
Yeah, if you guys download it, you guys will see that people will be posting all their like X-rated pictures as their profile pictures, and you literally click on it, and you can literally track where they are. Like, say for example, right now in my house, somebody can literally come directly to my address.
That's
not
okay.
Yes, literally, it just shows you. There's no way.
But I feel like people would do that for like the thrill, but I wouldn't. But people would. I would assume like they like the thrill factor.
I downloaded it one time just because I was really curious. Honestly, look, if I'm keeping it real with you guys, I was just telling my uncle this story yesterday because I was like, how I literally, y'all, this is what breaks my heart about the gay community, which I'm not judging, to each their own, do whatever you want. But I was on my way back from the cruise that I went on in June when we went out of Carnival. So we took this bus and there was this older couple. And I'm talking about, like, honestly, y'all, they looked like they were in their 70s. Like they were older and they were so lovey-dovey and they were helping each other, like, you know, pack their bags and everything because I had the bus had like an overhead thing like a plane does. And I was like, oh my god, they're so cute, and they're sitting there holding hands. Next thing you know, the one on the right hand side, he busts open a book, and then the one to the left is on sniffies. I literally directly see through the chairs. Yeah.
They were gay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was a man and a woman.
No, I said gay couple.
Oh.
Yes. And I was all sitting here thinking like, oh my god, there is
a book.
His man was reading a book, and directly next to him, his man was on sniffies, and I saw all types of dick, all types of hole, all types of everything.
Was he trying to hide it?
No, he was not. He was straight up. I was like, oh, so clearly his partner knows about it. Yeah, and I was just like, damn. So anyways, I downloaded it because I was curious, and I was like, whoa, sniffies is unhinged.
Yeah, that's scary.
Yes. But anyways, that's me. I gave up dating apps only because I'm just like, I get irritated with people. They get on my nerves.
We're going to revitalize your life, and then we're going to
I'm going to lose weight. I'm going to get back on them. And on top of that, I'm going to go into it with maybe I need to have more intention getting into it. Do you know what I mean? Because on my thing, honestly, like Tinder, for example, I do put on there, don't know what I'm looking for. Maybe I need to be
and
more...
when I see that, well, I am straight, so I definitely understand that there's a difference. Yeah. But when I see don't know what I'm looking for, even if it's a hot guy, I'm like, no, because even if you have short-term fun, at least you know what you're looking for.
But my reason is because I was like, oh, I'm down to talk to whoever. And honestly, because I am down for friends with benefits.
Yeah, then you can put short-term open to long-term open to short.
I don't want to just hook up though. I want a friends with benefits. I want to like go out and then
or you can. But then you put in your little bio.
I ain't trying to put all that.
That's embarrassing. I'm not gonna. It's not embarrassing.
Yes, that is. Oh my god.
But hey, I'm down. Tell them no. You don't say it like that. You just say like looking for.
My bio, you know what my bio literally said? I don't give a shit. I'm so embarrassing. Honestly, I hate bios. I was like, I don't know what to write about in bios. Hit me up.
You know what mine says? Mine says, please don't ask me for my number within the first 5 minutes of meeting.
And they all hit you up and ask for your number.
Other than that, I promise I'm not a bitch. LOL.
Well, that's where she's a liar. Anybody, if there's any straight guys watching this right now, she's a fucking liar because she is a bitch, okay? Don't let her fool you. That's why you put that. I like how she's gaslighting in a bio. She's literally gaslighting people, tricking them into thinking,
fuck
like, I'm not a bitch.
Fuck these straight men.
For real.
Well, still, how many people, after I put that, how many people ask for my number?
Immediately. She'll send me screenshots. I'm like, it literally says right there.
But that's my thing is I hate, because I feel like when you give somebody your number, you give them so much information about you. Girls, if you don't know this, know this now, because I'm very good. If I get somebody's number, I will investigate.
There was somebody that she was messing around with a little bit that like straight up ghosted her. She dead ass thought that he died. And I found the ex-wife's phone number, address, his address.
We found his address. We found his dad.
Full name, his dad, his mom.
Yeah.
His brother.
So it's like, when you give people your phone number, girls.
Yep. Don't.
And then if a guy gives you his phone number, investigate, because there's ways.
Oh, excuse me. Literally, immediately do it, because I'm sorry, these men are
sorry. The first thing I do when I get a guy's number, call me crazy, call me what you want. I put it in Cash App and I put it in Zelle. And those are just to verify the name. And if I don't have the last name, I will get it, and then I will go to Instagram and then find it there.
Yeah.
Because it's like, if you're lying about your name...
Yeah.
What's going on here?
A lot of people may think that that's like unhinged or like invasive or like you're like what's the word, like an investigator, but you literally have to be these days, because
that's like, you want me to tell the story about Coach?
Y'all. So let me just say, on Sunday we went to Disneyland, and let me tell you, we'll tell you about Disneyland after, but let her tell the story about Coach, because this is for all the girls out there, please let us know down in the comments, what would you do about this situation? Because I told her from the jump, this is unhinged behavior, this is not okay, and this man is a creep.
Okay, ready?
Also, by the way, how old is he before you tell the story? Like around 50?
My guess, 46. Like
really?
Yeah.
I would guess he's
older. And you've seen a picture, so
I seen him in person.
Oh, you did!
I literally think he's.
You did.
If I had to guess, I would say like 51.
Okay, so between those 4 years,
he's bigger big than man. Me, and I'm big.
He's probably like 6'4", and then he's pushing 3-something. He's a big man.
Yeah, he has to be 300. Okay. If I'm 250 and 6'2",
girl, put your little seatbelts on.
Oh,
ready?
Yeah. Okay. Tell him.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you fast. So I have a 9-year-old son, and I put him in a sport. He plays like jiu-jitsu, MMA, right? He goes to the gym. We go to the gym every week, couple days a week. And I started taking him, and there's a coach, the owner of the gym. And he would always talk to me, but
nothing creepy, though.
Nothing creepy, nothing to make me feel uncomfortable. But I could feel, as a woman, I could feel like, oh, he is always trying to talk to me. But he would always talk to all the moms, so I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, he's just trying to chop it up.
Also, she forgot to mention, too, that the wife coaches at the gym, too.
His wife works at the gym. His wife coaches at the gym, okay? Put that out there, so that's there. On Halloween, this year, I'm just trick-or-treating with my baby, and I get a text from a random 562. We live in LB. That's our number, 562. And it says, don't eat too much candy. So I'm like, I don't be giving my number. I know who has my number. I know. So the first thing I do is Cash App it. Nothing. I put it in Zelle, and it says the name.
The name is the owner of the person, gym.
And it's not like there'd be more than one of him. It's a very specific name.
Yeah, uncommon.
Okay?
Uncommon.
So I'm like, what the hell? I didn't give this man my number. The only access he would have to my number is me registering my son. Because
obviously, like, picture like a salon. You go in, you put in your number.
Yes, it's a business. Through the online portal, I registered my son. And so I'm like, oh, hell no. So I don't reply. And then I'm like freaking out. So the day we have to go to class, I'm like, oh my gosh, please don't say anything. Please don't say anything. Like, so we go in there. He doesn't say anything. I'm like, perfect. So like, bridge under the water. We forgot about it. And then
a whole month almost.
Time passes. I keep going. He keeps talking to me. And then on one Saturday, I'm in there with my coffee. I'm just sitting there. I sit in the parents' area watching my son. And he's talking about my coffee. And he brings out like a coffee. And he's like, here, try this. Whatever. And I'm just like playing stupid. I've tried the coffee he brought out. But I'm just like, please stop talking to me.
Literally, I'd be like, oh, I already tried it before. I don't like it.
I know. It's just like, oh. So then he's like, oh, good luck. You're not going to be able to sleep. And I was like, okay, bye. So that day, hours later, I get a text from that same Halloween number saying, what did it say? I hope you like the coffee.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, no. Yeah. So, like, at this point, I'm like, okay, so he knows that I know that it's him.
Yeah.
And so I'm like...
Because now it's clear.
Yeah, now
the Halloween could have passed off as in, like, a random number.
So now I feel, like, so, like, flustered. I feel like, what do I do? Do I reply? If I don't reply, I'm going to feel like an idiot. If I reply, I'm
feel awkward
because I have to keep going to class, you know? And so, like, 3 hours later, I was like, I did, thank you. Please, like, don't reply to me.
Yeah.
And so sometimes in class, I will be doing my homework so he knows that I go to school. Because he's talked about that with me in person. And so then he messaged me back and he's like, how was school? And I was like, oh, hell no. I'm like, oh, hell no. This was trying to start a conversation.
Mind you, once again, he's like 50. He has a wife that literally teaches
the
there
class
too.
that my son's in. And so then I don't reply. But then I feel so uncomfortable going to class. And then I started getting mad. And I was like, I didn't do anything wrong. And for this man to make me feel so freaking uncomfortable.
Because it's just weird that you know that he went out of his way to get the number.
And looking back, I feel like I should have asked him, like, how'd you get my number?
Yeah.
But I knew the answer.
Just to make it be like, okay, sure, I'm aware that you're weird.
Yeah. But I just felt like I was trying to avoid the confrontation or the weirdness as much as I can.
Yeah.
So, ultimately, I didn't reply and I ended up blocking the number. Okay. And then he's like, oh, Angie, my name's not Angie. He's like, but he calls me Angie. He's like, Angie, you're so quiet today. And I was like, oh, I'm tired. Like, please leave me alone.
Yeah.
And so, like, so I ended up blocking the number.
But I feel like me and you, though, I do have to say this about us, is even when we're uncomfortable or feel weird, we don't put off that energy because we're so used to suppressing things. So people on the exterior can't tell if we're some type of way.
And then, you know what? Literally, I was talking to my homegirl, my chick at work. I'm telling her the story. And she was like, oh, no. The reason he acts like that and he doesn't care is because no woman has ever put him in his place.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yes, he's a big man. Because he felt
so comfortable doing it.
He's a man of authority. Like, he owns the gym and, everything.
He ain't no damn man of authority.
I feel like he looks at himself that way.
Oh, well, because he's big and he
the
does
coach
martial arts.
And all that shit. But I was just like, I feel like looking back, I should have told him, like, how'd you get my number? Even though I knew the answer, because there's only one answer. You fucking got in the computer and got my number.
Yeah. And mind you, this man is
But I was just trying, like, I didn't want any awkwardness.
Boulder.
He's literally, like, he's like, how would you, I don't know.
He looks like a melted Snickers
bald,
bar.
He's huge. Yeah.
You literally just described me. This fucking bitch. She literally said, he's bald, he's huge, and then looked over at me at the corner of her eye.
I'm like...
You're like, wait, do you teach MMA?
I'm like, take your head off.
I haven't seen you without that beanie in a while, since you?
Put these gym clothes on.
Put on the black belt.
Okay, so I ended up blocking the number, and if... I'll keep you guys posted. Moving forward, if he says anything about it, I'm just going to be straight up like, I don't see why you feel the need to text me. But he hasn't said anything yet. Girl, tell me why.
Hold on. This had happened like on Thursday. Okay?
Yeah.
This all happened on Thursday,
right. Mm-hmm.
And we went to Disneyland on Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Sunday.
So literally 3 days after this shit had happened.
And we're just chopping it up.
We were in New Orleans
next to
Mansion. What's it called? Yeah, Haunted Mansion. We were right next to the popcorn car.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, it's dark. It was nighttime by then, so I have my hoodie. I'm just chilling. And I was like, that looks like his wife. And I looked back and I was like, oh my God. And I literally turned around.
And I literally saw him right away and I was like, oh, it's him.
I turned around and I was like, Tim, that's him. And I turned around and there he is, the big family man with the wife and
his kids.
Matching Disney hoodies. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I literally turned my back for like 5 minutes until Tim said I was in the clear. And I was like, I
literally took a picture of him too.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. I had to send it to Rosa. I was like, we've been following Rosa.
Put it right here in the corner for the
No,
girls.
I'm not going to do that. Oh my God.
And I was just like, honestly, at that point, I was like, what are the odds? What are the
odds that literally happens in Disneyland was packed that day.
Oh, it was swamped.
So packed. And I'm like, he's going to walk right in front of us. Right in front of us. And we just went to Disneyland because we were in California Adventure.
We just got off the train.
We literally were in Disneyland, I want to say, for 15 minutes. I could have literally said his name
and he would have turned around. That's how close we were.
Yep.
Like, so close.
I'm sorry, but that was some weird shit. But I do have to say, he's a creep. But honestly, what would you guys do in this situation? Because I feel like... look, she already had paid, obviously, for the classes, so it's not like
I paid in advance 3 months.
Yeah, so it's not like you can just be like, oh, deuces. So.
And also, let me know, my son is thriving in these classes.
Oh, yeah.
He's doing so good. He's loving it. He looks forward to it, and it's, like, very hard to get my kid in a sport. He's, like, I'm like, I don't want to, but trust me, I will pull him. I don't want to, though.
Yeah.
But I'm like, if this fool can't read a room... I will pull my son. But I'm just like, just the fact that you're so unhinged. Your wife works there, bro. What is going on?
He clearly has a type. Women who look like lesbians. Well, why else would he be into you?
I'm just like, girl, what's going on? Anyways, but we had so much fun at Disneyland. Did we not?
I'm sorry, but the amount of times where we just have like the most unhinged things happen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like I was telling her the story about like the very first guy I ever hooked up with when I was 16.
Gosh. We were in the car, okay? Set the scene.
He was like the first gay guy that I had like made out with. I lost my virginity at 18.
Me and you were in the car.
Mind you, I have never like, okay, for those of you that don't know, this is Genevieve's sister. I said it before, right? I've been friends with Genevieve since I was 10, but me and her not so much. So obviously I knew her, but we weren't never really close like that. So she never had really known like my whole backstory as far as this guy, that guy, whatever, you know. So I was telling her the full story right in front of the bar. Literally, we were sitting in the car, chopping it up.
About him.
Mm-hmm. And literally, we get out the car. We go to walk in the bar. Right in the doorway of the bar is said person. And I'm just like, I literally grab her and I'm like, oh my god. And she literally didn't even put two and two together.
I heard the name and I was like, But then I didn't think that it was.
And mind you, it's a not common name.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you told me it was them, I was like, so we do live in our own simulation.
Yeah, something weird is happening because I'm like, I never had told her this story. Mm-hmm. We have been close now for going on 2 years, and it's like, now all of a sudden I open up to you about this full story and then bam, that happens.
And seconds later we get out the car and that person's there.
Yeah, just weird.
And you haven't seen them in how many years prior?
Ooh, it's been about 5 years.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yep. He's all getting married and everything. Y'all, we'll talk about this on our own little podcast. I'll tell you guys the full story time, but tell me this is not so crazy. We were hooking up for a good amount of time, and by the way, this guy was a massive hoe, which is fine. I was like, look, we were literally just friends with benefits all along. I never even wanted a relationship with him. Mm-hmm. But y'all, we were literally hooking up from like, you know, I don't know, from 21 till I was like 25. And well, I did hook up with him when I was 18, but it was a period in between that he had a boyfriend. So anyways, from like 21 to 25, we would on and off again hook up. And then out of the blue, he gets married to a girl, and has a baby. So I was like, oh, this is weird. And then like 2 years into his marriage, he was like, can you be my boyfriend on the side? I said, sir, absolutely not. First of all, I don't want to be your boyfriend, period.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't want to be your boyfriend, period. Second of all, on the side, bye. You know, he ends up getting divorced with her. We end up hooking up again. After that, I got with my ex, and then I hadn't seen him since then.
And then we seen him at the bar.
Uh-huh.
That was like, what, 6 months ago?
Yeah, I think right before summer.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that makes sense. Anyways, let's go ahead and get into the hot topics. Actually, hold on. Before we get into the hot topics, I do got to take a break. I got to get me a drink. We got a refill right here. Cheers. Take a drink. Don't play. I learned it's bad in life to cheers and not take a drink. Literally. Anyways, y'all, as you guys know, we love Happy Dads, but recently, we have been into these truly lightly favorites. Mm-hmm. The original ones, absolutely not, honestly. Flavored. And I just bought White Claws the other day, too, because they were on sale for $12.99. I'm like,
can't beat it.
If you guys were on my lives before, all I would drink is White Claws, and I am so over them. Will I drink them? Yes, I'm an alcoholic, so I'm gonna do it.
Night. Yeah.
I had them last night too, and Wednesday.
No, we were together Wednesday. We weren't together last night.
Y'all, we were supposed to film this podcast on Wednesday, and straight up, we were drinking, and I was like,
and then we started eating, and we were like,
oh, we're eating that dip,
pickle dip.
Dip, y'all. Let me tell you, this little dairy dip.
This is how wild we are. We had onion chips,
with fried pickle dip, and I texted her the next morning, and I was like, never again in my life can I have dairy dip, because I was farting so loud my windows were shaking, and I'm never like that. Like, I'm like, normally I'm a petite little girl and I just little queef. No, normally it's like, you know, but this shit was rumbling the walls. I was like, girl, no dairy dip for me. Jesus. Yeah. Woo. It was bomb though. It was so bomb.
Good.
From Smart and Finals.
We done ate the whole damn thing almost.
Literally. No, anyways, we're going to get into the hot topics, y'all. And let me tell you, I'm looking at the list, and low-key, we got a lot of stuff to talk about. The very first thing I want to talk about, though, lighthearted stuff. Y'all know I like to start off with the lighthearted stuff and then get into the, like, deep stuff. Mm-hmm. Well, I sent you the video. Have you guys seen this woman? And I can't post the clip, obviously, because it's censored. This woman was on a plane, okay? And she literally was going off on the flight attendant because the flight attendant said she couldn't use the restroom. And she's like, I have to pee. She dead ass said I was going to I'm gonna pull my pants down and pee in the middle of this plane, and she literally pulled her pants all the way down and squatted in the plane. And I told her, I was like, I'm so sorry, y'all. Like, never look, as a gay man, never would I put my hands on a girl like that. But if she like legitimately bent over right in front of me, I would have pushed her. Like, I don't want that in my face, y'all. Like,
not okay.
People were going ham on the crazy plane lady. That motherfucker's not real. They were going crazy on her.
Oh, at least she wasn't trying to pee on a plane.
Her pants were on, her shirt was on, and all she was doing was acting up. This lady literally unzipped her pants, pulled them all the way down. People are recording, and she saw that people were recording.
She was such a mess.
Girl, I was sitting there thinking, like, you literally, well, I mean, I don't know if she was a mom, but she's the age of a mom.
She's the age of a grandma.
I was going to say of a grandma even too. I mean,
my whole response to you was this, one of two. First of all, if my child was there and he's seeing your fucking fat ass chonch come out, I'm gonna hit you because I don't expose my child to that.
Yes.
Second of all, don't ever pee and no. And so I said the whole plane popped off and went crazy, and I was like, I would be right there too, going crazy. Like,
yes, you're on a plane.
Like, what do you?
But I do have to say this though.
Pee on yourself. Don't put your pants down.
In the TMZ comments, some people were kind of defending her. Well, she got to go pee, and the flight attendant wouldn't let her. I'm like, I'm so
pee
sorry.
On yourself. Sit down in the corner and pee on your.
Well, first of all, I feel like the flight attendant, look, if she really had to go that bad, because we've all been there, right, where we are going to pee our pants. I get it, but the thing is, I'd be like, look, you don't understand. I'm literally
What was the reason she was being stopped?
I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't even read the full thing, honestly. I just saw the video, and
I thought was somebody in there? Like, what's going on?
I literally don't care what the issue was. We've all been on a plane before to where the bathrooms were full, and you got to go. Y'all, I've been before on a damn 13-hour flight to Madrid, and I'm over here dancing around waiting for people to come out the bathroom. I'm not going to freaking whip it out and go pee on a plane.
On the middle of the aisle.
Yes. Like, I don't know what the whole reason was. To be honest with you, I don't give a shit what the reason was. That's just unhinged of you. The fact that and you guys could go to TMZ, she literally pulled her pants out and she busted a squat.
She was in the plane was not having it.
Yes, everyone's like, what the hell?
Understandably.
Yes, I'm sorry, but that was just so that was the first topic right there. I'm sorry, but if she were to pee on me or like pee near my stuff, and I always travel with my camera bag, y'all. If she don't play with me in my travel bag. Also, I like how I have notes, y'all. I always have to look at notes because you guys know I have ADD. Snoop Dogg tricked us. We just want to...
We were out here last week.
Literally, last week we're all sitting over here talking about Snoop Dogg. He gave up smoke. Maybe he has like lung cancer or something. He's over it. Like, oh my gosh, he has no tolerance anymore. No, and he came out with a damn, well, I don't know if it was him or he's just sponsored. What was it? A smokeless fire pit. A smokeless.
Like to make marshmallows.
Yeah, honestly, I do have to say though, smokeless fire pit down.
I know, when I seen that, I was like, damn, I low-key want one.
But in our backyard though, we have that diamond one. There's no smoke. It's a fire pit. That's why I was like...
we used to have one, and it was like mellow. You would put a little log in there. And...
Oh, no, ours is not a log. Ours is gas.
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying.
And you already have one.
Exactly. That's why I was like, there's no smoke.
Snoop Dogg.
I didn't really understand it, but still, I was like, okay,
low-key though... Why don't we ever make s'mores in here? Why don't we ever...
Because you never bring the ingredients, you fucking cheap bitch.
Oh, you never told me you had one. I've come over here how many times a week?
Our whole patio section.
I didn't know that was available for our use.
It's available anytime you want.
Well, you want to bet? I will be uploading a picture for you guys next week of us doing. And
I put little glass diamonds in the fire pit too. It's all glass.
Oh, we gonna have to do it.
Our next podcast is gonna be from
it's gonna be outside, little campfire grounds.
For real.
I'm being so serious.
Yeah. Right? Anyways, I didn't really understand. Like, okay, our fire pit already, or maybe his fire pit was portable. Maybe that was the whole thing. I don't know. Any which way, marketing genius, because everyone obviously was talking about it. Like, Snoop Dogg, the damn king of smoke, is giving up smoke.
That was stupid. It was smart, but it was
it's smart, but it's corny. It's really corny.
Well, we fell for it, didn't we?
Well, I fell for it. I literally did. And then he's all over here, like, with his little Jesus hands, like, oh, pray for me. I'm like, no, sir. Anyways, next up on the list, Shakira has settled her tax fraud issue going on in Spain. And I do have to say this, y'all. Look, let me just go ahead and give you guys this little... we got Shakira in the house. We got Shakira in the house over here. This is what it says. I'm gonna read you guys a little bit, okay? Honestly, I'm just keeping it with you guys. Like, I've seen comments before, like, on this channel, and look, don't get used to me reading anything, okay? Because we are just talking about things as friends, okay? I want to reiterate this, that we are friends chopping it up. We do not have 100% factual statements, okay? Don't look at us as we are the, number one source of news.
We are not TMZ, girl.
Yes, we're just over here chopping it up. But I will read this from TMZ. This is what it says. Shakira decided not to fight in a courtroom in Spain. She has settled her tax fraud case with the government and agreed to pay millions in fines. She cut a plea deal in the case after failing to pay $15.8 million in taxes between 2012 and 2014. Oh, wow. The singer is set to receive a suspended 3-year sentence and a fine of $7.6 million, as well as the taxes plus interest. All told, she's in for about $19 million now. As for why she settled, she said in a statement, "It was to spare my children seeing their mother sacrifice her well-being."
Why are you lying? Girl, why are you lying?
Hold on. She said, she went on, I admire tremendously those who have fought these injustices to end, but me today winning is getting my time back for my kids and my career.
Oh, girl.
I have to go on, just how we were talking about P. Diddy last week. If you're settling...
Because you can afford the lawyers to
did you know that her net worth is $200 million?
No. But my whole thing is like what we talked about earlier is like my whole thing is like I truly don't know. Is like, is it her that knew she was being tax evasion, or is her money people?
Because when you hire an accountant, I'm like, yo.
And that's why I was like, did she know? And she was like, yeah, that's fine, go ahead, do it. Or did she not know?
Or what if they just did it behind her back?
That she just had a freaking accountant that was just being naughty,
Either which way, obviously they have to have some type of
Either way,
case.
she's talking about her children. Girl, they ain't worried about you.
Sacrifice yourself in court.
Yeah, they're like, Mom, like 7. They're playing Legos and swimming in a pool.
Buy me the PS6 before it's even made. They don't give a shit about anything else. Anyways, next up on the list right here, we're gonna be talking about A$AP Rocky. Okay, this is a hot take, and I'm gonna get canceled for it, and I don't give a fuck. Okay, I really don't. It's my opinion, Tamara. It's my opinion that Rihanna is into toxic men. I genuinely think she's into, and you can relate to this because you're into them too.
I am.
Screw all of them. Anyways, if you guys have not seen, A$AP Rocky had... You know what? Let me read this, actually. Because my whole thing is this... Oh, my God. I don't understand, because I look at Rihanna. If you guys know me, if you guys have been on my channel for a while, Rihanna's my girl. She's not Nicki Minaj level. Nicki Minaj is my number one. Everyone who knows me knows that Nicki Minaj is my number one. Rihanna
is just her.
Rihanna's literally next in line, though. I love Rihanna to death.
Yeah, for sure.
But I just feel like, why are you messing around with these bad boys? Like, I just don't get it, especially when you're a billionaire.
That gives me strength to know that no matter the wealth, we're all dumb.
Anyway, let me read this damn article so you guys can know what I'm talking about. So it says right here, A$AP Rocky's former fellow mob member who claims Rocky shot him 2 years ago just testified Rocky also threatened to kill him before pulling the trigger. His name is Terrell Efron, who also went by A$AP Relly, when he was rolling with Rocky's crew, took the stand Wednesday in a preliminary hearing to AR's assault case in Los Angeles. Now, here's the thing where things got so freaking trippy, is they actually have footage of A$AP Rocky with a gun behind his back. They have camera footage with him with a gun. And I'm like, you are literally, and by the way, this happened, I want to say 2 years ago. Oh, yeah, I said 2 years ago. 2 years ago.
She was pregnant.
She was already a billionaire then.
Yeah.
She's pregnant with her, or did she have her second baby?
She either had a baby or she was pregnant at that point. 2 years ago?
Yeah.
She already has 2 kids.
It doesn't even matter if she was not pregnant, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's like she's so successful. She's so rich.
And that's your girl. What are you doing?
Yes. Like, why are you doing...
Why are you walking around the boulevard with a gun?
With a gun.
What's
literally.
going on?
I'm like, you are A$AP Rocky. It doesn't even if he wasn't with Rihanna, he's still successful on his own.
A celebrity enough. Absolutely.
I'm sorry, but I just don't understand these things, and I'm just like, oh my God, if you are rich, you're gonna need to leave that street mentality behind.
Absolutely.
Like, stop. Like, you are on another level now. You can give it up now. You don't need to be doing things like that. It's just
too much.
Yeah, so I'm like, you're over here literally about to, like, literally ruin your whole entire life just for this? Like, pulling out a gun? Like, and the crazy thing is, like, it's caught on camera.
On camera. Like,
I'm sure he didn't know the camera was there.
Probably not, but still, it's like, you're a celebrity. And even if you doubt your own celebrity, you're Rihanna's man.
Well, even on top of that, this day and age, we know that cameras are everywhere. Everyone has a ring. Yeah, everyone, like...
Yeah, you can't even go to the liquor store without being on camera.
Exactly. That's
what
I'm
I
like...
thought? You know what I thought today when I was driving? Because I wanted to get something. In the early morning, I wanted to get an energy drink before the gym. Oh. And I was like, if only...
Did that energy drink have vodka in it? Or
no? No, I needed...
Okay, Marisol.
I was like, if only there's a liquor store you can drive through.
There is a liquor store you can drive through. Where? It's literally 2 blocks down the street. Yes.
Where?
Well, I don't want to say the name.
I'm like, there ain't one near me.
Well, it's right by me. I'm like, I don't want to give up my address like that.
Okay. No,
it's literally it's 2 miles away.
I don't want to get out the car. I have to go on my.
So here's the thing, no. So you can drive through, but you have to get out the car. So it's a drive.
I don't want to get out the car.
No, you literally just legally you have to step out the car because they can't. It's not New Orleans, girl. In New Orleans, there is a drive-through.
But I didn't want to buy alcohol. I was buying that.
Well, you said drive-through liquor store.
Oh, but I meant for like an energy drink.
Oh no!
Well, that also.
Well, then yeah, it's drive-through.
Oh, but then if you want alcohol, you
have to get out the car.
Oh, that's fine. I'll do a little.
It's still the drive-through. You just literally step out and they hand it to you and take your money. They can't physically do it while you're in the car.
Oh my gosh! Can we go there?
Yeah, anytime. Actually, there's 2.
Okay,
there's 2.
Actually, we're gonna go there this weekend. Actually.
Yes, you can buy chips and whatever. They'll grab whatever you need for that.
But today I was on my way to the gym like at freaking 7 in the morning, and I was like, I don't want to get out.
That's your fault.
I don't want to get out, but I want an energy drink. So I just succumbed to getting out. But I was like, if only there's a drive-through 7-Eleven.
What does that have to do with ASAP Rocky?
Hold on, there was a connection. If you
that's a me moment. I'm like,
when you rewind back, there's a connection. It was about I'll see it when we post the video.
Anyways, next up, I know I was like, oh, hold on, wait. Oh, next up on the list I had Britney Spears, but I'm like, wait.
Oh, the grandpa, the uncle.
Wait, yeah. I have the article right here, literally in my notes. It says article, read the full list, right? And this is it right here. And she sent me this. Britney Spears' shirtless, mysterious man identity revealed. She had posted this picture of her man or whoever it is. I'm gonna just go ahead and read it. Britney Spears sparked intrigue. Tell me that's not wrong grammar. I'm sorry, but every time I read articles, I'm like, Britney Spears sparked intrigue when.
Yeah, I guess I wouldn't use it like that.
That doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Anyways, Britney Spears sparked intrigue when she posted a now deleted Instagram snap of a shirtless man who identified as her uncle on Tuesday night with the bizarre caption, "What if his back is my face?"
What the fuck? Oh my god.
Okay.
It's not funny.
Okay. My whole thing is I saw this TikTok before, and this TikTok had said, if you truly care about Britney, then you would know that she does need help.
Yeah.
The whole free Britney movement is low-key damaging in the aspect of let her do whatever.
That's
not okay.
Because then she's putting people's back as her uncles. No.
And her face.
Yeah, no.
What if his back was my face?
And he's clearly not an uncle. He's hot. He's like...
And he's young. It's her... No, they had said who it was. The mysterious man has been revealed to be none other than 41-year-old Grammy winner's best friend of 14 years.
Not a Grammy winner, but the best friend.
Yeah, both. That's why I'm like,
Yeah. I love Britney. I do, but I feel like
she needs some guidance.
Can't be. Yeah, I don't feel like it's fair to her. Not because of her, but all because of the damage that's been done to her. They're like, you can't just throw her to the wall. That's like, okay, this
like
may be a bad analogy.
Like Gypsy Rose.
You can't like take an animal and put it in like, zoo pets, and we feel so bad. Like, let them free there, And they go in the wild, they don't know what to do. You can't do that because they don't know how to survive. And I feel like, yes, she should be able to have a boyfriend and a freaking iPad and a freaking life and her sons and everything. But it's like, you can't just, like, how do you know who's taking advantage of her?
Yeah.
Like this person.
Yeah, because for so long, she's used to things set a certain way.
Yeah,
so as soon as you put it out there, she's like, what? What do I do?
No, and it's like, oh, sorry, hot take. Somebody do her hair. Somebody do that.
I've always said, I'm like, I want to do her makeup. Literally,
I'll do her hair first.
I'll do it for
do her hair. Do her hair.
You're talking to me, bitch.
She has like her tracks just hanging out, and I'm like, girl, your dog has better hair than you. No, but honestly, all her life her hair has been unhinged.
I would say after her downfall.
She's always had the thick tracks just freaking right there.
Yeah, honestly, I feel bad for her.
You have so much money, you can have anybody do your hair.
I just think that she's not used to it because I think before they didn't give her the budget to have this, so therefore she's just made do with what's there.
Girl, no, you don't need to make do anymore. Go to the salon and get your hair done. We'll get you some nice extensions. You won't even be able to tell.
She could afford the best extensions.
She could afford the best extensions, and she has the worst extensions.
Yeah, I'm like, poor Brittany. Honestly,
no, it is poor. I do feel like poor Brittany.
If you literally care about Brittany, if you genuinely care about Brittany, then you would know that she needs help.
She don't need to be out here with no uncles.
It's not an uncle. But honestly, the whole thing, even with like, okay, her dancing with the knives, and they're prop knives. What? No. It's still. I don't care if it's props. It's still I don't care. Weird.
If I see my friend dancing with knives, I'm like, girl, what the hell are you doing?
Well, if I saw her dancing with knives on Instagram, I literally would drive to her house and be like, intervention time. Intervention time.
I thought you would just be like, hurt, like.
Where'd you get those?
Hey, are you coming over?
Wait, are those the new ninja knife set at Target? Like, come on, you know?
No, yeah.
Yeah, people who genuinely care about Brittany know that she does need help. She does need help.
They damage her so far that she can't just be like...
Well, you have this whole movement of anything that she does. If someone says, "Oh, she's not okay," people attack the person to say, "Oh, she's
been
not
through
okay."
a lot.
Yeah, it's like we know she's been through a lot.
That's why she's not okay.
Exactly, and that's why she still needs continued help.
Yeah, she deserves freedom, but she can't be messing around uncle's backs. Like, no.
Uncle's back. She thought his back was her face.
And I'm just like, girl, this man is robbing your house, but under your nose. Like, he has his friends in your garage.
No, literally, though, she's probably the type, though, that someone comes in to rob her, and she'll be like, oh, you forgot the TV.
No, I'm just like, first of all, we're going to get your hair done, and then we're going to go to therapy.
Not hair done being the first one.
Well, I think it'll make her feel good.
Yeah.
After all, like, when I see pictures of her, I'm like... Girl, I don't even do hair, and I can do your hair better.
My mom's like, what's up with her hair all the time?
She always has, like, the extensions on top of the hair. And I love Britney Spears. Don't play.
But you know what's crazy? There's going to be a side of the internet that literally thinks even if we say anything...
Oh, they're going to say, we're mean.
We're bullies.
And I'm like, no, I understand. Listen, hear me out. She was put through a lot, more than she deserved. She was treated badly by men and her own family. More than a normal human. And then fame and everything. And she had a breakdown that was very valid. Yep. But I feel like she's not at the point of being released on her own. And then this uncle man is probably somebody that would take advantage of her. And this keeps going on. She will have more uncle man in her life.
It's her manager.
Okay?
It's her manager.
Is he?
It's her current manager. That's what I'm telling you.
Clearly she's trying to fuck him.
Good for her. Whoa, girl, let her get her.
I'm not stopping her dingleberry, but...
She probably does have dingleberries.
I love Britney Spears, but I feel like she
just blonde dingleberries.
She has trauma. Her dingleberries have extensions. Stop playing. But it's just like, no, it's not okay to lend her out to the wolves, and people are going to take advantage of her.
Yes, and that's okay. This TikTok that I had saw that I was talking about earlier, I'm like, people literally have pushed it so far to realize, like, let her do whatever she wants. No. And it's like, no. Like, she just got pulled over. Did you see? Well, not just. This was like a month ago, maybe 2 months ago. I forget when it was.
By her driving.
You saw? And she got pulled over, and the guy, TMZ released the whole footage. He had his body cam.
How does the fact that TMZ gets everything. Access to the police footage is just showing you what a world we live in, that just the media is like...
But, okay, honestly, though, wouldn't you sell to TMZ if you were a cop and they're like, oh, well, not that cops have, like, direct access to that, but I'm just saying if they did, and they were like, I'll give you $20,000 for this.
Girl, that's why I'm not a cop.
I'm all... She's a mess over here. She literally cannot sit still. I swear to God, I was going to tell you.
All the tumblers I've dropped.
I was going to tell you, too. I was like, girl, stop moving. But I was like,
hold on. These are all the tumblers I've dropped.
How is it that my big ass can sit still this whole time and I keep seeing her move like this? And then I realize I'm not the only one that has ADD. Clearly, she has ADD. I'm like, why are you moving so much?
These weren't behind me last week.
Those literally were.
I know.
If you guys watch all my videos, you guys would know that.
See the cups behind me.
Those have been there for 2 years now.
And I was
literally.
more drunk last week than
I know, but no, I literally was looking. I was like, why do you keep going like this?
Let me just move them all.
Oh my god.
Let me move them all. Just to be safe, guys. We're gonna move them all.
This is literally a live show at this point, honestly. Okay. Anyways, the very last topic on the list.
Should I move those off the wall?
You know what's so sad is like I put these cups on the wall so they could be my video, and I put them up. You literally can't see shit. I was like, let me have a little, vibe. Barnes and Noble.
We're gonna change the aesthetic next week.
Yeah.
You know what? Mark my words. The next podcast we're on, it's gonna be a different vibe. So that puts pressure on us because we've never talked about this.
She's talking about it, not me. I never said I'm not gonna change shit.
No, I like these. We're gonna leave these here.
Well, she could change it up, not me.
My side's gonna be different.
What you gonna put over there? Tammy's calendar? Trailer Trash Tammy's calendar? Anyways, y'all, the very last topic that we're gonna talk about is, I feel like, honestly, gonna ruffle some feathers because before we even talk about this topic, if you guys have seen my TikTok before, I have said I am a fan of dark humor. If you guys don't understand it, that's not for you to understand then. That's just, it is what it is. I think that when people have been through so much in life and they can laugh about it, it makes the situation easier to go through. And it blows my mind that this whole new generation is like, oh, you have to walk on eggshells. You're going to get canceled. Oh my gosh, like, I can't believe you said that. And it's like, you guys, life is so damn short. None of us make it out alive. We're all going to die. Why are we going to sit here and be hurt and bothered and pressed about everything? And I'm like, honestly, at the end of the day, I don't have enough time in my day to sit here and worry about, oh, this person called me a fag and this person called me fat and this person I don't care. I don't care. I literally don't care. And this whole new generation is mind-blowing of how sensitive they are, because at the end of the day, words don't matter. You, the person receiving them, is the one who has the power. If she were to sit here and to call me fat and ugly and gross, does that mean anything to me?
You're fat. You're ugly, you're gross.
She just said that to me before we started filming. That's why I said it. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, it's up to me to have the power. Like, I could look in the mirror and be like, bitch, I know you're lying because I look bomb. I look great. Yes, girl. It's up to me to obviously have that power. Yeah. And this whole new generation, it's like, oh my God, I'm triggered by this. And I saw this TikTok. I wanted to repost it so bad. This person was basically saying, well, her main thing was saying, I am not responsible for your triggers. Your triggers are your responsibility. What I say has nothing to do with you. It's coming out of my mouth. If you are triggered by things easily, then take yourself to a different place. Don't be on social media. Don't be in a group of people. Don't go out to public. Your triggers are your responsibility. And I'm like, honestly, I feel that 100%. If I'm friends with a person and they're triggered by this or that, of course I'm going to cater myself to know, okay, this is her trigger. Yes, but when you're dealing with social media,
especially you have all these people. And
yes, it's like I'm not responsible
and it's not like
for
you're just a bully out here bullying people. It's just people. You can say your opinion. I don't think I'm a bully. I think I'm a very level-headed, nice person.
Hold on. I called my I'm not talking about that, because what you just said, not like you're a bully. I called myself a fag on video before, and they said that sounds like internalized homophobia. I'm like,
ma'am.
Because I called myself a fag.
Who said that? Come to the front of the line. Who said that?
Because I'm comfortable calling myself a fag?
No. Yeah, I'm just like, if you know you're not a bully. I don't think I'm a bully. I don't think you're a bully. I think we have opinions that, but then it's like when you think of cancel culture, I feel like so many of our opinions people wouldn't like, but I feel like they're just normal opinions that a lot of people have, but people are so freaking scared of cancel culture or whatever the heck. But it's just like Britney Spears, I feel like people are going to be upset about things we said. And I don't feel like we're coming from a bad place.
Ma'am, anybody who knows me knows that I'm coming from a place of love. She was my first concert. I have all her merch in my closet.
And you're lying literally. If you think your hair looks good. You're freaking lying.
Well, girl, they'll be sitting there and be like, they'll tell me my hair looks good.
Ma'am, excuse me, your beard looks good. No.
My hairline starts where my ass crack starts. Anyways, all I'm saying is, before we get into this topic, is look, some people like comedy, some people like humor, and that's it. If you guys have been watching my channel for a long period of time, it has literally been my dream since I was younger, and I have a whole composition book filled of jokes. I would write skits. I would write all types of like roast and comedy things. It's literally always been my dream. to be a comedian. And honestly, if you guys go back on my channel and see the things I would say, I was so outlandish and crazy, and I'm like, fuck this and fuck that, and I would say all these wild things. And it's so crazy that I hit this point to where like, oh, I'm so scared to say this or that, and I lost touch of myself because I was trying to cater to everyone else. And I'm like, why am I doing that? Like, that's not me. Like, why am I coming off so like professional and like prim and proper? And I'm like, that's not me. That is literally not me. It's never me. It's never been me. But obviously I did filter myself for YouTube to not like offend people. And you know, it's just like, but no.
Girl, I think you're hilarious.
Thank you. Anyways, the last topic we're going to be talking about is Matt Rife. Obviously, as you guys can tell by the title of the video. So he recently just got a comedy special with Netflix. And you know what's really crazy is this fool has been blowing up on social media for years now. So I do want to say kudos to him for finally getting a Netflix special. I heard that the contract was fat. Like fatter than my boobs, honestly. Bro, I heard that he was getting paid like $36 million.
Good for him.
Yeah, but he's like blowing up on TikTok and everything. But my whole thing is look, if I was funnier than him, I wouldn't get paid that much. I'm gonna just go on a limb and say this. I think that he's getting paid so much because he's
attractive.
Yep, he's attractive. He has a nice jawline.
And it's funny because I seen him and I was like, oh, he's hot, but he has no facial hair. And that's not my cup of tea. And I was like, oh, he's hot, but he has like that jaw. And
yeah, he has that chiseled jaw.
He's just like a naturally hot person.
Well, his whole thing, too, is I've seen him before in podcasts. He'll be like, oh, I never was hot. I was actually the ugly kid growing up or whatever. And he, like...
He's hot now, though. Come through, daddy.
Anyways, he is getting canceled because he did do his Netflix special. And, y'all... His whole audience is typically women, obviously, because they do find him attractive, and everything that he says is obviously geared towards women. Well, he wanted to step out in this Netflix special and kind of say, like, okay, no, I'm a comedian for guys, too. Like, I can make a guy joke, and, like, you know what I mean?
Not the guy jokes.
Yeah. Well, he's always geared more towards women, but I think the reason for that being is because it shows you on social media, like, who your analytics is. Like, mine, for example, mine is 98% females.
Stop.
98%.
Stop
Yeah. So he obviously has to know that his is obviously mostly females too.
That's
because
funny.
they think he's hot and whatnot, you know.
That's crazy.
Well, he wanted to open up his show with a damn punchliner that people were really upset about because they had to deal with domestic violence. And
Not the DV.
And I do want to say this before jumping into this, and we will open up. You know, honestly, like I told her before, I'm gonna open up about all my stories. I literally don't give a shit anymore. I have obviously protected some things in the past and never opened up before. Even on live videos, I've never opened up before. But I've been through some shit, okay? And I've taken some hits.
Taking a couple L's.
Taking a couple hits, a couple chokings, a couple, you know what I mean?
Markings.
Girl, literally. And I just say at the end of the day, look, I laugh about it. We laugh about it because I'm like, what am I going to do?
It don't define you. I feel like in life, and we were just talking about this the other day. Life, like your life doesn't. What defines you, in my belief, is like how you respond to the bad things that happen to you. How you respond to it. Yep. Because we've had plenty of wild, bad, embarrassing, whatever you want to call
embarrassing.
Emphasis on embarrassing things happen to us.
Embarrassing.
And it's like for a long time I've struggled with being embarrassed instead of like I was just embarrassed for so long. But it's like. What matters is like how you react and respond to it. How you grow from it. Do you learn from it or not?
Yeah.
Do you learn from it or not? How do you move forward? Like what did you learn from the experience, etc., whatever? And I feel like that, you know, the moment doesn't define you. People come into your life and they can be awesome or they can be garbage.
Yeah.
But like the way they treat you doesn't define you.
Yeah.
But I feel like how you if you're gonna accept it, girl, that's on you.
Yeah.
That's on you. And maybe we did accept it for a portion in time. But once you snap, like, okay, this ain't me, you're done. Then how you react and how you learn from the situation or the moments, whatever, I feel like that's what defines you. So it's like I did stop being embarrassed. I'm not embarrassed anymore by everything.
Because a lot of people obviously have been through it too.
And I've been through wild things. I don't know if I'll tell you everything. I'll tell you some things, girl, but I don't know if I'll tell you everything. But
I don't think I'm going to say everything too.
You know, but it's just like and I was embarrassed. For a long time, I was so embarrassed. But it's like not... You can't control what people do to you, but you can control what you accept.
How you react.
Yeah, and how you react and moving forward. Are you going to keep allowing that or not? And then I feel like
that's... Also, on top of that, too, are you going to be a victim for the rest of your life and just live
No.
Yeah, are you going to live in this shelter of like, oh my God,
one thing about me is I will never be a victim to anything. to anything. I will never. I'm a single mother. I don't care anything. My race, my gender, nothing. I will never be a victim to nobody.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, ma'am, not in this day and age.
I'm sorry, but like, girl, given my upbringing and my upbringing, I've never talked about it. But it's like, if I were to say that, people would be like, oh, poor him. I'm like, no, that's not, whatever. I'm in charge. I'm in charge of who I am now. Who I am now. So that's why I want to say, even getting down into this topic, like, say, for example, honestly, just being 100% transparent with you guys, we have both been in some DV, okay? Domestic violence. We literally both have. And I told her, I said, if I can go back in the past and change one thing, I would fight. Like, honestly.
Ma'am.
Because, let me tell you, the person that I was with literally was 50% my size. Like, 100%.
On the smaller end, not the bigger end.
Yes.
Halfway.
Literally 50% less than me. So, I never did anything in retaliation. And I'm telling you, like, if I could go back in time, I would throw hands. But then, I just know that my fist is, like, literally as big. Like, you know what I mean? So, I never did it, but I would go back and I'm like, oh, you want to choke me out? Oh, you want to throw me against the wall? Oh, you want to rip my shirt off? Oh,
you go night-night?
You want to hit me with a glass bottle? Oh, okay. You know what I mean? But I always, like, no, I'm bigger. I will tear this fool up. That's the only thing that I would change. Other than that, though, it did teach me a lesson to look out for the red flags. And I will look out for the red flags
for sure.
And learn to literally run for the hills as soon as you see the red flags. But honestly, I laugh about it these days.
Oh, me too. I'm like, how embarrassing.
What can you do but laugh? That's, anyways, getting down into this whole...
If it's not laugh, it's cry, girl.
Yeah.
If it's not laugh, and are you gonna cry? Hell no, girl. I got shit to do.
Yes, I'm like, no. Life is too short. I just want to laugh about everything, honestly. I just feel like, I've said it before.
I love to laugh about the worst moments in my life.
Yeah.
And I do.
Yep.
As you know.
Anyway, so this is what had happened with Matt Rife in his whole special. So this was the original joke by Matt Rife in his not Comedy Central. Why do I always want to say Comedy Central?
Girl, you're old. That's why it's Netflix, a new wave.
Anyways, this is what it had said right here, and I'm reading this from 2fab.com just in case you guys are interested. So it says, the original offending joke was set up by Rife, saying he and a friend were in a ratchet, quote-unquote, Baltimore restaurant when they realized their server had a black eye. Jeez. When the friend wondered why she wouldn't have been moved to the kitchen so customers wouldn't have to see it, Rife responded, and this is a quote, "Yeah, but I feel like she could..."
Stop.
Sorry, let me read that again. Yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye. Obviously meaning that her man beats her because she can't cook. So, look.
I feel like I can cook.
I feel like I can cover up a black eye really good.
Right?
I'll color correct it. I'll conceal it, powder it. I'm good.
I thought that was hilarious. When the first time I heard it, I was like, I started laughing. I think it's funny. It's funny. I get it. It's a joke. Like, who knows? Maybe she got in a fight with some chicks. Who knows?
Or maybe she literally just fell and hit the corner of her armoire.
Maybe she just fell. Maybe she was having too many, like some people we know.
The thing is, it all comes back to, in the serious of things, laugh about it. And my number one thing is, just how I said earlier, everybody is not responsible for your triggers. If say for example, if DV jokes trigger you, why are you watching a comedy special? Why are you watching comedy?
Yeah.
Don't watch comedy then. Go watch Lifetime. Like, don't. Yeah. Like, look, I get it. Everyone's obviously different. Some people may find things very hurtful and very deep, and I get that. That's totally fine. Like, if you're super sensitive, that's fine too. It really is. But don't watch comedy. Don't watch comedy, and don't sit here and try to ruin it for everybody else. Like,
yeah, that's crazy that they had like such an outlet. It's not crazy. Like, come on, I know better. It is great. Like, that's what you expect. But
the whole thing where everyone was getting...
for him though, for standing by it.
Well, I was just gonna get into that. So everyone was getting super triggered by him specifically because as soon as he had said, "Oh, if you were offended by my joke, here's a link of how to do better," and it took you to a website that sold special needs helmets. And just in case you guys don't get the joke, a lot of people will say like, "Oh, if you're going through something in life or whatever, get a helmet." You know, like, whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I got the joke, but then people obviously were saying like, "Oh, he's making fun of special needs people now because they may need a special needs helmet."
Well,
and
it's just like these people, they're just reachers. They're gonna reach for anything to be mad at.
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, on this one, I have to say this. And I'm not saying that like comedy or comedians can get away with everything. I'm not saying that they could be abusers or cheaters or whatever, because I will call that out in a second.
I feel like it's a joke, and
at the end of the day, I feel like it's a comedian, and you can't put them in in a box to the things that they can't make fun of, because then it's no longer comedy. It's like they're catering to you and your needs. And if you were just not into comedy, that is fine. That is fine. Don't watch comedy.
We're comedians in our own life. We make fun of our own mess.
But with him, he's getting paid millions to be a comedian. You can't sit there.
That's what I'm like. When we were just literally watching Real Housewives, and I was like, all they do is drink, party, and talk shit. And I was like, they get paid for that. And I was like,
but they get a lot. They get a lot of online ridicule too.
Yeah, but I was like, me and you pay to drink and party and talk shit. I was like, I want to be a housewife, but not married.
Yeah. Well, some of them are not married.
Period. You're right. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, to close up my sentiment, I just feel like, look, if you don't, and I had a friend like this before in the past who is extremely sensitive about everything. And I said, okay, well, look, you can't go around life expecting everyone to cater to you, because you're going to go into a mix of this type of person, this type of person, this type of person. Not everyone is going to know how to read you, and especially if you make a little joke and they make a bigger joke, you can't hold that on them too, because you opened up the door. And sometimes in life, you're going to be put into these situations to where some people may say something offensive, and it's like, oh my gosh, if you react so outlandishly, it's like, okay, look, I feel like at the end of the day, if my friend were to say something that offended me, I'd be like, girl, I didn't like that you said that. That's simple. That's it.
You're going to get canceled on Instagram?
Oh, no, I would cancel my friend on Instagram. I would post a picture of them.
Freaking racist, bully, homophobe.
Yes. Well, it even goes down to, it's just so many things. It's everybody, these labels these days. It's like, oh my gosh, even if you say one bad thing towards, for example, y'all, like the T word, right? And I've said this example before within my videos, is I used to go for, it's called T-Girl Tuesdays. Literally, you guys know what the T stands for. And I would hang out with a group of all trans women. And that whole group would literally call ourselves the T Crew. And I hung out with them for years. So I had said before in a video, like, oh, me and my T, you know the word. And people are like, oh my God, I can't believe you're transphobic. I'm like,
canceled.
What?
You're done.
I'm
You're
like,
done.
what? I literally am kicking it with a whole group of trans girls who are literally calling themselves this, who I obviously thought I was part of it too. So I'm like, what? Literally, it's like when I call myself a girl. It's like, am I trans? No.
I literally, what do I refer you to? I'm either referring to as ma'am, bitch, or she.
Yeah. And do I get do I get triggered by that? No. Like it is what it is. But it's so crazy that people wanted to label me as a transphobe. I was like, because I said the T.
Stop attaching all these freaking emotions to this crap. Come on, guys.
Anyways,
we're just here for a good time.
Yes, I want to.
Not a long time.
I was gonna say I want to end this on this. Life is short. Okay, don't sit here and be hurt, impressed, and bothered and irritated by every single thing that you do. Honestly, I just received the best compliment. I was just telling her right before this. Okay.
Yep.
So maybe about 6 months ago, maybe 7 months ago, I got into a car accident out in WeHo. I was going out there for WeHo Pride, and I got sideswiped, my whole car, right? And by the way, my car was brand new. Literally got sideswiped, right? And I was like, God damn it. My whole 2 doors were messed up, smashed in, wheel well messed up. I said, am I going to let this ruin my day? No. So I went out with my uncle and his boyfriends, and literally, why are you laughing?
Because you said his boyfriends.
What was his boyfriend? He has 2.
I know.
What?
Stop.
What?
Nothing.
He has 2. You know
no,
that.
I know he does.
Whatever. Anyways, and literally one of his boyfriends was like, oh my God, I can't believe Tim is so chill, just going on about his day, still partying and having fun, whatever. I'm like, is that gonna ruin my day? I pay for insurance for a reason, okay? And then we went out to WeHo 2 weeks ago. Y'all, there was this Yes.
It was near Halloween time.
It was after Halloween.
It was before. The weekend before.
No,
Halloween
it wasn't the weekend before. No,
everyone was in costume.
Ma'am, I literally got my certificate last weekend. So what are you talking about?
Oh, we were celebrating your certificate?
For my microblading.
Yeah, my life is a blur.
She's literally tripping. I'm like, my classes were November 4th.
It was Josiah's birthday. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
You're tripping.
And the guy, what happened?
There was a crackhead guy. He had a skateboard. And he was
a
yelling
literal
at my
crackhead.
friend. Yes,
canceled.
Yes, like a literal. He was on drugs, and he had his big old 44-ounce big gulp in his hand, right? Yeah, extra sugar, extra sugar, sugar. Anyways, he literally threw his whole drink at my car, and her and my other friend were like, "Oh hell no, I'm gonna get out and fight him." Yes, I'm like, no, it's fine, whatever. It washes off. It's sugar. Literally. And my friend had told me the next day or like 2 days later, she was like, you handled that so chill. I'm like, I am not going to ruin my night out with my friends over somebody throwing a soda at my car for absolutely no reason.
And I'm also not getting a disease by fighting this man.
Yes. I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, anyways, the whole reason for me throwing this out there is like, things happen in life. Don't let that ruin your time. Honestly, life is so short. We could die tomorrow. We could literally die tomorrow. And do you think that I want to die on a note of, I'm so irritated, I'm so offended, I'm so bothered, I'm so hurt?
I don't want to die on a Saturday, that's for sure.
I want to die on a
Girl,
Monday.
Girl, Kim, you on a motherfucking Tuesday.
I want to die on a Monday, honestly.
A Monday?
I think before she had busted up laughing because I was asking her this scenario I've always said in life that people think I'm unhinged, because I had made a comment one time before while I was with my friends, you know them, I won't mention no names, and I was in a cheesecake factory and I was like, I would be so embarrassed if I died here right now. And they lost their mind. They're like, why would you say that? I was like, just picture dying at a cheesecake factory.
It's funny.
No, I literally just, like, can you imagine being taken out on a stretch?
Embarrassing.
I would be, and they're like, you'll be dead. And I'm like, but my soul will be embarrassed that I died in public. Like, why did I die in a cheesecake factory?
Like, fat ass dying in here.
Yes. Like, what did eating too much bread and butter.
What was he eating? What was he eating?
So we know not to order that. Like, that's embarrassing that I died in public.
That is so funny.
And they didn't get it. I was like, this is
funny.
embarrassing. I don't want to die in public. Anyways, that took
yeah.
Anyways, y'all, we'll catch you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys give this video a big thumbs up. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Bye, girlie.